Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the stream. I always forget when you click load, it goes straight into the... goes very, very quiet. I hope everyone is having a fantastic and wonderful day today.
Thanks for the tier 1 subscription, NEDHEALI and Makel.
Need healing. I used to play a healer as well. So hello, you're in the right place. You're in the right place. I hope you're having a good day. Wanderer, hello. Tag, Maria, Embel, hello, hello. Good evening, everybody. I hope everyone is having a fantastic and wonderful day. And everything has been awesome and wonderful and fantastic. Right, that's it. I'm just gonna start a stream and not have myself.
Hello there.
Hello there. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah. Wanderer keeps making visible. Also, why is that solo frame rate? Is that what's going on there? What's going on there? What are you doing? What are you doing? Ooh, okay, we're all good. We're all good. No, we're not all good. What is happening here? Is that actually coming through on the stream? Is it going? Is it on my side? It's all going very, very stuttery. Is that? That's weird. But I do hope everybody's having a fantastic and wonderful day. We did a tier list of all the games you played about construction. Oh, if a game's got conveyor belts and I played it, then we should do a tier list of them. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea, actually. Oh, so it must be OBS doing it with, yeah, the whole OBS screen, even the volume mixers and stuff is stuttering. There's a bit of stutter. I wonder what's doing that. I've been having issues since. I thought it was me that changed the graphics, and then I remembered no, the same morning before I changed the graphics, there was a Windows update, and we all know what Windows updates do. They do wonderful things. They do wonderful things that everyone loves. So yeah. Oh well. Oh dear. Oh, what's that? Well, yeah, we are going indeed to play more Foundry today. Let me just double check that stuff is still doing the thing it's supposed to be doing. Yep, OBS is still high priority. How bizarre. How bizarre, how bizarre. Ugh. Oh, hold on. Oh, that's right, okay. Let's turn that off. That might help in the background. There was some weird updating trying to do its thing. Okay, yes, we are going to indeed play more there. You guys, hello, good evening. I hope you're also having a wonderful day. The Twitch 2 is so close, I can feel it in 2 days. Not for me. Not for me. I will get a Switch 2 at some point, but I'm not rushing out to get one. Not at those prices. They can wait. So, but yeah. That song was bizarre. If you've ever actually listened to the lyrics of How Bizarre, it is a very bizarre song. It is very, very strange. But a good song. Definitely an earworm song. Definitely an earworm song. And a one-hit wonder. Definite one-hit wonder. But yeah. We were going there. I'm apparently in the lava caves. Why am I in the lava caves? Why were we down here? I don't remember much about last time. I think I was asleep when I was playing last time. So we'll see how it goes. If I start yawning today, I'm going to take a 2-minute break and go make a cup of coffee. So that's the plan. That's the plan. Every yawn is an extra cup of coffee. So yeah, I might be bounced off the walls by the time this comes to the end. Oh, didn't I get? I needed to get. I needed sheets for something, didn't I? What did I want sheets for? Remember. Let's go over to the game. Let's do that. Let's go over here. Blah. Seven Nation Army. Oh, yes, yes, Seven Nation Army. That's one that whenever was it Rock Band? Was that Rock Band or was that Rock Hero? The Guitar Hero. Sorry. One of the two had that in there, and it was always the song that everyone played. So, yeah, I'm over here. So, yeah. I needed cheats for something. What did I need cheats for? Does anyone remember? Because I don't. I genuinely don't remember. I remember turning these machines off so that I could get the sheets. But I don't know why I need sheets. Yeah, these two. I remember doing that. But I don't know why I did it. What did I need them for? What was we making? But I needed them. What's to upgrade the smelters? Oh, the lava smelters. Yes. Because only one was upgraded, wasn't it? And I thought I thought I'd done more than that. Okay. Let's do that. Need more circuit boards than energy cells. Okay, we've upgraded some of them. Yes, because we was running out, wasn't we? We was running out of them. Can I just fly up here? Never do finish off filling this hole in. Aha. Let's do that. Let's upgrade all of these things here. So I need circuit boards and energy cells, which are over here. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. I can get rid of those. Circuit boards are being made here, not here. Circuit boards are being made here. I think we've only got one. No, that's where. Here are circuit boards being made. Are we making any circuit boards? Oh, we are. We are actually filling up the belts with the points. And energy cells being made here. Need more sheets. It's gonna be in my head now. How bizarre. I really hate that. I really hate that the run thing doesn't. No. But if you put that in there, you can then fall down. Gary, hello, good evening. I hope you have had a wonderful day today. Do. I might turn off. Wait, I'll turn off these two as well. Apparently, ah, nice. I apparently turned off 4 of them. Okay. Do. And there we go. There's all of our smelters upgraded to Mark IIs, which should mean we are making. We've doubled that, so 20. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 240 a minute we're making now. How many do we need? That doesn't say 240, that says 2,400. So we need 123 for the assembly lines, and then we need another 21 for the bots. So we need more than 128. We need ridiculous amounts of them. Oh dear. And all the lava caves are like this, aren't there? There isn't no great like expanse of lava you can find down here just somewhere. They're all like this. That's going to be a challenge. That's going to be an interesting challenge. That's 2 solid belts worth, basically, if not more. Okay. I'll put one back there. This is a lot easier to line them up when I'm flying. I can get a few back behind here. Oh, that's not so bad. I can get a few back behind here. Cool. Okay. Right. Do 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 do. Okay. 240 for the minute's going to be enough for what I want to do here. Yeah, I think everything is backing up again now. So we'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so what is next on the list then? What is next on the list? Kind of waiting for the blast furnace. That's what I'm doing. I'm kind of stalling because I want the blast furnace, because that's what I want to do next. I want to figure out the blast furnace thing. So yeah. So we're close to that. We're only a couple of minutes away from that. Let's do another one of these. No symbol R2 in Foundry. That's okay. Upgrade that. So turn into a good community. I would like to think so. I would like to think so. We've all got some very nice, wonderful people here who are all super friendly, and I'm probably tempting fate by saying this, but we haven't really had any bad eggs at all, really. So oh, I need to grab some assemblers. Let's grab some assemblers. The mole. Hi, mole. Don't know if it's a Darth mole or just a normal mole, but up, fly. Don't know how many of them I need, but I'm just gonna put that many in. Need 2 air vents, 3 heaters, a blast furnace. I need more than 1 blast furnace. I still haven't got the mod that does the steel thing yet. I haven't done that yet. Oh, I'm doing that. Do. Hey. There we go. So now that should be making more robot rocks, robot parts. But yeah, Robot rocks. Two full green belts of ore. Oh yeah, because it needs crushing first, doesn't it? Yeah. A green belt of cooked ignium, a yellow belt of mineral. Oh, this is for one blast furnace. Oh god, yeah, because the recipes are way more complicated, aren't they? Because now we've unlocked metallurgy build 3, so that's molten xenoferrite. Molten. Cooked ignium is ignium in the advanced smelter. You just cook ignium in the advanced smelter. Okay. Oof. Very confused as to why it doesn't show me like it doesn't show me liquid xenoferrite. The molten xenoferrite and molten technon isn't listed here. So I don't know how to make that. You know, it doesn't, there's no, I know this sounds a bit bizarre, but that recipe tells me I take molten xenoferrite and I put it in a casting machine. But where is molten xenoferrite? How would I know looking at this here to find out how to do that? This is liquid fuel. Volumite. What tells me how to make a molten? It's obvious because you just know the blast furnace, but I feel that's missing from here. I feel that should be here. Liquid should be here, and it should just say blast furnace. Hot air stove base. Once used, plants that's held. Input air, output hot air. Oh yeah, because can't you have the hot air be made somewhere and then just ship it into the blast furnaces? Right. Okay. Okay. Hang on. So if I go to tier 3. The frame rate absolutely tanks when I have this open. Absolutely tanks. It probably changes to just be 6 and then times it by. Where are we? Right, so here. So yeah, so for xenoferrite we want basically 1. Because the assembly lines are using like twice as much as the other one, so we need 1 doing xenoferrite, and we need 3 doing technon. I wonder if that would make it any quicker if I drop this to 6. Or is it just that the UI is badly implemented? Nope, the UI is just badly implemented. Okay, doesn't matter. I wish it would be up here, but yeah. So we increase our ignium, but we drop the xenoferrite and the technon. That's yeah. So you want 0.4, so it's going to be 2 blast furnaces for the xenoferrite, and then 1.2 3.2 3.5. So that's 2 for the xenoferrite and 4 for the technon. Wow. All right, Dan. I think I feel like I've looked up that several times. Let's go back over here. I feel like I've looked that up several times, so I need to write it down somewhere so I can remember it. So, right, okay. So let's make ourselves a blast furnace and have a look at this. So concrete, steel, advanced machine parts, and circuit boards. But if I'm going to make that many of them, I want to make. Excuse me. I want to make 6 of them. Don't know. I'll make 6 of them. So that is going to be. I need 1,200 circuit boards. I don't have enough space to do this. So much random stuff for me. Right, so let's get rid of that one assembly part. Let's get rid of the hover engines. Get rid of the glass. Get rid of the CPUs. Dirt. Yeah. Okay, so circuit boards are being made here. I need more than you have. Okay, that's not even good. It's going to make me 1. I need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I need 1,200 circuit boards. Duh. Duh. Oop. Fill that. I need advanced machine parts. I need 300 of those. Need 1,800 of those. Input, output, oop. Okay, steel and concrete's all down there. Okay. There's no real point in speeding you up because you're not exactly operating at peak efficiency. Well, put that one in there. We'll let those fill up. We'll grab. We have enough to make 1, and then yeah, the footprint doesn't include the cast machines. Yeah, this is going to need this is I'm going to build it elsewhere. I think that's the best bet. We can move those up the line somewhere. So maybe I will put the blast furnaces here and there, like the xenophore on one side and Tech on the other, and then move the landing pads. So we could put 4 in a line here, and then 2 over there for the xenophore, right? That ship in there and that ship in there. That way I can leave all this intact and it can carry on running whilst we're building the new ones, rather than tear this all down. And then the casting machines obviously would have to go in front of it. Of which I didn't look at how many casting machines you actually need. Whatever the throughput is of 4 We'll figure out what one is. We'll build one and then we can clone it. That's going to be the best way. Okay, so steel and concrete are this way. We'll do. Concrete's here. I don't really have a storage for concrete, which is probably a daft thing. Well, it is a daft thing. It's a daft thing now. I should have had the storage for concrete. Can we put one in? We're going to need more concrete as well, aren't we? So we're going to need more. More. I'm sure we can get Billy to come along and help us. But he'll only come and help in the midnight hour. So, was that Billy Idol? No, that wasn't Billy Idol, was it? Billy Idol's White Wedding. I always mix up White Wedding and who sung that song? Who sung that song? Distracted. Rebel Yell. It was Rebel Yell. It was Billy Idol. I was right. Yay! I knew a thing. Good. I am gonna put down one of these little ones because it's just gonna be easier. Input and output. That's not going to work there. Let's put it there instead. Boop, bloop, bloop. Baron, hello. I hope you are having a good day today. Back one more. Oh. Down. Bloop. Playing Foundry, awesome. Foundry is awesome. I might be slightly biased on that, but you know. Bloop. So it's interesting. So empties these four, then those four, and then we'll empty each of them all the way down. Because I have not balanced this line in any way, shape, or form. Not that the line needs to be balanced in any way, but that's fine. Right, so I need 600 steel beams, which are here. 2, 4, 6. And I need 600 concrete. 2, 4, 6. Missed my conveyor merger? You're right, I did. You are right, I did. However, my inventory is full, apparently. That's okay. There we go. Oop. Okay, let's build ourselves a blast furnace. Does it require foundation? It does not. Excellent. Excellent. It is. It doesn't actually give me the footprint size. That's interesting. Doesn't give me the footprint size on the tooltip. Oh. I found a bug. I found a bug. The tooltip doesn't tell you any information about the blast furnace. But that does. That tells me it needs foundation, is blast resistance, has a size and everything, but that doesn't. All the other ones do. I don't know. Who makes games like this? I don't even know. Are you finished scanning? Scanned all chunks in range. I'll shut you down then. Not I think you were still running, but I don't think you were using any power when you wasn't running, so yeah. Yeah, we might need more of you. Uh, 26 by 26. Oh, it's not so bad. Not so bad. How big is this? This is 27. And of course I don't have enough pat flooring. And now I'm building all the way down here. I've got to fly over into the base to get the stuff. Isn't that typical? Doodaloo. Ow. Right, so and get the. Don't think I need this anymore. Well, no, I don't need it anymore. It's pointless. So, if I use the modular handheld, oh yeah, let's do that. Oop. You go here. Let's get them dismantling this. Dismantle building. Click. Yes. Here they come. Bow, 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 bow. Fly. Fly, my pretties. Right, okay. Well, that's weird. That's what I was going to say. It was 26 by 26. I made a 27 platform. It tells me I can't get into it. So that was weird. I don't know where I actually want to put this. If I'm honest with you. Blasting machines can go here. These belts can be moved over. Now we thinned the belts out. We can move stuff over. Means a landing here. There's no reason why these belts can't come up. Like, this could be Techum, so you can literally feed off that into the machine, or that needs crushing first. So you need space for crushing. I'm going to put it on the end. There. It's fine. Even put it there. We've definitely got space for 4 of them. Definitely got space for 4 of them. Okay. So let's put it back by 1, and I want to put it there. Okay. It's a flying saucer. Module overview. It's been a while since I've used these, so I'm just trying to Overview. So operator display throughput rates. Operating mode. Tekka. Maximum input 640 Tekka more. Was 216,000 litres of hot air. Bonuses from towers. Okay, hot air scale, so it takes 6 seconds. So it needs, yeah, I'm just trying to remind myself of, I know we've got the numbers for it, but I'm trying to remind myself of, so you have to provide them hot air, and providing you keep providing them hot air, they stay hot and just instant smelt things, but they work better if they're running constantly. If I remember rightly, the best way to do these was to build slightly less blast furnaces than you need, and then have a couple of normal smelters on the lines. So the blast furnaces are always running, and they're the first ones to get priority. And then when the blast furnaces aren't running, then these smelters kick in to keep your supply going. Or you have your supply, your main factory suffers a little bit because there's not enough stuff from the blast furnaces coming in, because you always want these running. You don't want to have them cool down and start up and cool down and start up. But reading that tells me that provided you can provide it enough hot air, it won't matter. So, okay. Click. Right. So, hot air blast. We have to build that, okay? Yeah, it runs it in batches, but you want, when it finishes a batch, when it finishes doing a thing, you want it to take the ore in and do the next thing straight away, because otherwise it starts cooling and then you have to wait for it to heat up. But I seem to remember that changed the last time I even used them, so way back when. So long as you carried on giving it hot air, it would stay warm. It wouldn't cool down and start up again. Because I think the first time I ever used these, if you had them export to a storage and the storage filled up, they would cool the way down, and they'd take like 10 minutes to warm up, which by the time your whole factory could shut down. So, yeah. Right, okay, so on top we want to have a tower, then we want to have another tower, and another tower. Don't remember what are the towers? Oh, the towers change the speed, don't they? Ah, that's what the configurator was saying, wasn't it? Hopper? I never quite understood the hopper bottom and hopper top thing. Why didn't you just put hopper on it? I never quite understood. When you have two things that must be placed on top of each other, I never understood that. Like the same thing, like you must put the blast furnace at the bottom. Why doesn't that just come with the thing by default? You know, it's like it's in there by default. It seems a strange thing. So, and then you have a flare stack, conveyor attachment input. Oh yeah, the inputs are the top and the outputs are the bottom, aren't they? Pipeline input, pipe attachment output, pipeline input, pipe attachment output. Yeah, the outputs are at the bottom, aren't they? They'd be outputs for the pipeline to come out, and then these are inputs for the hot air. So I don't want them there. I want the input for the hot air. Ah, what? I can't put it on the back. Really? You can't put the hot air intake on the back? That sucks. Why not? Why not? Also, I don't think you can run hot air through. That's an input. Yeah, no. Right. Yeah, because all our ships are landing at the ground, and they now want to be landing up here, don't they? They want to land at the height to the top of the tower. So flare stack has to sit on top anyway. That's fine. So I want a conveyor input on that side. So that's where we're stood. So the conveyor input's going to be on there. No, I don't. No, I don't. I want the conveyor input to be on the back, because we're going to have the ships landing, and I need to feed multiple of these. I want it on the back, which is why I wanted the pipeline input on the back as well, because you can't connect them to each other. Although we could put the pipeline input on the side there and have the pipeline run on the back and just dip into them. We're going to have four, so we have this one this way, and then the next one would have the pipeline input on that side. Okay, so the outputs are in the front, which is correct. The outputs come from the front to the caster machines, which will be sat in front of this machine. We'll have the dropships land higher up. We'll build a platform above them, or a mountain behind them, or something. They'll be over there, and then they'll input to the back, and then there's going to be four of these. So this is the first one. With one back here, another one, four in a row, going that way. The pipeline input can be here, because the pipeline can run on the back and come in there. I don't know what the throughput of a pipeline is. We might have to have the hot air intake behind it, which is fine, because we can always build a thing with the ships landing on top of the hot. I don't know, but I really would like the pipeline to be on the back. It's a shame we can't do that. It'll have to live on the side. That's fine. Leave on that side. I don't know. I can always add more later, can't I? I can always add more later. Yeah. Okay. Start construction. Okay. I'm going to dismantle this, go for that, and then do this, and it's going to take forever to build. My inventory size is bigger. It's going to take forever to build. Right, and it's once. Oh, I can't even click on it now, can I? I can't even get into. Ugh. I can't click on the thing. That's annoying. That's annoying. You should get your audience voices back from. Yeah, so that one can demolish it, and we'll get that all back, and it will convert back as well. So that'll be fine. Did this tell me? This is telling me it needs 20 pipes of hot air. 20 pipes of hot air. But that's wrong, because that's just normal pipes. That's not pipeline. None of this is making any difference to this. Yeah, 753,300 hot air. Where is a pipeline? Here. Size depends on item mode. Pipeline to pipe. Pipe to pipeline? pump for pipeline. Let's make some pipeline. Have a look at this. How does this work? Boop. Pretty hot air, so yeah. And the annoying thing is that this does 36,000, and I go down to the box one. Go down to the box one. This used less. This used less, didn't it? I'll go to that. Right. So. $360,000, yeah, not 36. Yes. Sorry. So for 1.2 is 365946. So each blast furnace requires one pipeline of hot air, doesn't it? Requires like one whole pipeline of hot air. Okay. And it says I need 4.6 hot air stoves for what is essentially not even 2 blast furnaces. The problem that I'm getting with this, however... Oh, that was only set to 4. Put it up to 5. There we go, that's better. Ah, there you go, now it's under... Right. Okay. This is 1 for Tekken. Right, okay, that's cool. What was this? This is set to 5 and 6 and 5 and 7. Right. Was this set correctly? 2.35. This is 700. Yeah, so I need 1. Right, okay. Okay, so I'm going to need 1 pipeline per thing. I can't need to let 1. Yeah, I need to let 1 be built, don't I? Which is going to take time because. 3%. It says 3%. It says 3%. Yay. Right. Okay. Okay. That's going to do its thing there. Because what I need to know is I need to know the numbers of one furnace. One blast furnace. I need to know the exact numbers for a single one so I can figure out how many cast machines go to a single furnace. And then how many air things we're going to need to input it and stuff like that. So is it 1 air intake? Is it 2 air intakes? Is it a 3-to-2 ratio? Is it 3 for 2 furnaces? Or I don't know. I don't know. But the only way I can think of speeding this up would be to build some more, another construction ship and maybe some more transport ships as well. Interestingly, the construction ship works without power. I'm not quite sure they're supposed to, but the construction ship apparently works without power. Because I disconnected that how long ago when I broke the power line? So, yeah, that's cool. Circuit boards and glass. No, that's cargo shuttle. That's the wrong one. I want the one down here, don't I? That one. Circuit boards. Maintenance drones. Not making the maintenance roads, are we? No. Ooh. Should run out of battery power. Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll leave it for a minute. It's running at the moment. Not that it matters. We've got a decent power grid for it anyway. Polymer boards. I don't think we can make maintenance drones, can we? Can we? No. Are we making maintenance drones anywhere? I think they weren't that maintenance drones like one of the worst ones? Yeah, they're 30 seconds each. Okay. Okay. I don't want to, the maintenance drones want to go like on the very end of the whole thing because they're the longest to build. So let's put down this guy here. Oop. Bigger assembler, make me maintenance drones. You require so hover engines, advanced things, and energy cells. Oof. Make me 25 of them. Okay. Suppose we should connect you back up to the grid then, should we? Hi. Oh. It's moving. It's moving. Whee. Okay. Come on, I need 8. I need 8 of them. Was that it, wasn't it? Yes. Advanced circuits and circuit boards, we should go and get them. Boop, there you go. And circuit boards are here. Boom. Hey, give me the 8. Make one of those. Blocked by a power line. Ah. Boop. Go to the blast furnace. Okie dokie. Cool, cool, cool. Right. We won't need more of these guys, but... Okay. That should speed up that process a little bit. I don't know how long, or doesn't really tell me how many doesn't give me a construction time on it. It is currently 23% complete, 24% complete. Right, okay, so let's go and move. Right, what do you require? Second, machine parts. None of you require. You don't care, you're not important for electronic components. You don't need electronic components either. Neither do you. Your bots, don't worry about that. Right, so this is the first. Let's construct a box. Okay, so we could move the electronic components up to here. We could put them right in here. And in fact use maybe a double one. Because this doesn't use components. In fact, this is only using raw materials, so it's doing its own thing. You do want machine parts, which I suppose we should move up to be behind that. What I need to do actually is come in here, and I need to, rather than having each individual thing, I really need to have like the whole thing. Ooh, it's 103 casting machines. I can see there. 103 casting machines for Tekken. That's a lot. That's a lot. Where are components? You say you want. I don't want 15 of them for the bots. Okay. And the assembly lines also want 15. Okay. Not so bad. That's not so bad. You say you want 15, which is 30, but I might do more than that anyway. So, let's come up to here. Let's fill in this here. Let's pick a spot where we want to tap off. Now, let's just tap off the current belt here. We can always muck about with the belts will have to change at some point. They'll have to be adjusted, but that's fine. Also, don't need this walkway here anymore, but I'm going to leave it there because it's a nice little divider. Right, so what do we need? Oh, that stop. Literally just seeing a threat of plates, but it is 80. You produce 80. How much can a belt deal with? $1,280. Oh, Oh, can I do it with 16? Right, that's interesting. So this is going to need 2 belts just for itself. 2 xenoferrite belts just for itself. Okay. Right, so let's say we follow the same thing. We have it come in like this. Am I planning on are you making that? Not right now, no. Nope. So don't worry, we're not using that many either. So it doesn't matter. This will back up. This will absolutely back up. I'm also going to make sure I put at least the little tiny containers on the end as buffers for each one, so that it's got a varying sort of buffer thing. So, right, so that is going to be the plates input. For some reason, I have all the machines facing away from me. I don't know why I chose to do that, but we'll continue with that. That will sit there, and then you'll have an output that way. And what I'm going to do is flip it. So we'll have another one, which will sit there, and you'll have a belt come in this way. Okay. And then these 2 can go out. I'll have 2 storages. Let's put the storages in now. I have the storages on me. Let's do it now. Under the bus. Oop. Okay, so we go input and input. And output and output, and it's all on the same line. So, okay, and that will go out, and then it will join the bus, and we'll have a balancer on it. Maybe even here, maybe even before we do the thing, so that if one fills up, it can fill the other one up as well. Let's do that. Let's put a balancer in there, so it balances between the 2. And I put 16 on there, and I put 16 on there. Now, it said you want 15.825. So you want 16. And then the assembly lines... Sorry, the assembly lines want 15. And then you want exactly 15. That doesn't leave a lot for the rest of the factory to do things. However, the rest of the factory won't be doing anything. It'll only ever be when we take stuff from our little factory, it will take out of it, which is fine, because that means there'll be a slight lull in how much we make, but that's not a problem. So if I do 16 and 16, that means we want 16 and 15. That should be enough. That should be enough. Okay, grab me some more assemblers. It's the electronic components that are the ones that's really going to kill us. That is going to be mega. I don't know how I got oh yeah, I made one, didn't I? 20, there we go, 37. Because the electronic components are 46.5 for the bots, and 111. So 46.5. So 45 plus 112. We need 159. 159. Doing that. And we need to then add on another third of that for the wire. Wire's independent, that's fine. But let's just see here. So that also needs 40. This needs 80. Okay, so we can put 16 on one belt, which means we can put 32 on one belt for that. So 159 divided by 32, which means we're going to need five segments of that doing the second. Although we're going to need less than that. In fact, we need more than that, because we also need to take the wire out of the second as well, but we'll leave that for a later date. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Do 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 do. Still 1000%. Okay, just making sure the Mark 5 science hasn't failed on us. Do 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 do. Dig a dig a dig a dig a dig a dig dig. Need a JCB. That's what it is. Don't want a mine laser. I want a great big JCB, so just come in, dig a big hole. More industrial equipment. Do do do. What? Dang it. 11, 12, 13. Did that not place? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I didn't think it did. 13, 14, 15, and then 16. Go back to the same level as the science, shall we? Doop. Not that I have any flooring to put in here. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, floor. I need flooring. Let's steal it from here. Yoink. Probably also steal it from there as well, but right, and that was 16, correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yay! Do-do-do-do. Look, we'll go to the sensor. Bloop. Do any more loaders? Meow pop. Yoink. Yoink. and these should be inputs. Some of those machines do not have a recipe, I can see that. No, how dare you go in the wrong place. Conform, damn you, conform! You don't have a recipe, and you don't have a recipe. All the rest have a recipe? Yep. Awesome. Okay. Right. So you want to tap off of the xenoferrite plates, which I suppose I could upgrade, or at least I would if I had enough belts to do that, but I can't yet. So yeah, and then you want to come along and replace this, but you kind of do and don't, maybe. Let's look at relaying the belts in the correct places. How many belts of xenoferrite do I need? 1.88. So 2 for the assembly lines. Apparently the bots need even more, 2.5. So I need 5 lines of xenoferrite plates, which is rather convenient because isn't this big one? I know it's only 4, isn't it? Oh no! Oh no! It's only 4. However, 2 of those lines are going straight into here and come back out again. If I need 5 lines of that, then what do I need for Tekken? What have we got here? So you want 7 lines. And you want 7 lines. So I want 14 lines of Tekken. However, again, so we're going to have 2 of the xenoferrite lines are going to go into just this alone. Come out. And then I think when it comes to the so 2, 3. So this, I'm going to do it the same way I've done that one down there. So we have 1 that does the wire, and then 2 to do the electronic components, because the one that does the wire produces 160 and these need 160, 80 and 80. So you run the Tekken in, this converts 1 to wire and goes there, but the Tekken required is 40, 80, 160. And I need 160 of these guys, don't I? 159 of those 2. So it's 160 plus 80, because I would need no, not times 80, 160 plus 80, because I'm going to need one for each 2 of those. So 2 of those is 1 of those. So in total we need 240 of these machines somewhere. However, they eat stuff. They eat the Tekken. So 1,280 divided by 160. We can only do 8 of these. Like a segment like this, 8 in a row, and that's the whole belt done. And that put 80 back on there, so we can do 2 feeding 1 line. So another one here and here and here, feeding a central line which will go out. So we're going to go 8 long, and then 8 here, and then we'd have to probably go up. So if I can only break it into, it's not 8 machines, it's 8 times 3. So, 8 times 3. There's 24 machines in a row for one line. 24 machines for one line. And then we want 240. So that's 10 of them. So that's 10 Tekken lines. Is that right? That's 10 lines of Tekken rods purely making electronic components. And we need 14 lines in total. So 4 lines need to carry on up the bus, and 10 of them need to stop here for this. So we've got 2 doing that for Xenopharaoh. So 2 Xenopharaoh lines just for the components, and then 2 continue on, or 3 continue on. And then we have 14 Tekken lines come in. 10 of them stop for processing to process electronic components, and then 4 continue on. So that would mean of the 4 blast furnaces we're going to have, 3 of them are just going to be making electronic components. That's all their purpose is. Wow. Wow. Electronic components are used a lot. Yeah, that is a lot of tech. Yep. 10 lines need to come in here. I am almost tempted to build. I might put the electronic components here. Actually, we was going to put the. We do 4 there for Tekken. We'd all go down to the line. But if 3 of them are going to be basically for Tekken, it makes more sense to build that whole thing over here somewhere. It's going to have to be a multi-floor design. Yep. So these go off to the casting machines, and the casting machine's going to go off to a Tekken factory. So I might move all these belts over, and in this space here, because there's going to be 4 of those. So 3 of them in this space here will be for that, and then the last one will actually feed onto the bus about here somewhere, I would think. So let's see here, 1, about 2, 3. So yeah, so the 4th one would be between those 2 columns ish, and that will come along and feed onto the belt here for the Tekken. So the other ones will go to purely making electronic components, which just seems to make sense to run straight from them into a factory here that's doing that, and then spit it out onto the belts. Because there's no point in running 10 belts of Tekken just to have it converted to 5 belts of electronic components. You might as well build that there and have the 5 belts here. Also, don't know why I started filling this up with. Yeah, I didn't do a very good job of it, did I? Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, the blasting machines. I know. The casters are going to be probably taking up this whole space. For the air invent, the air intake stuff, that's all going to be behind here. This is going to go down the back here. But yeah, the casting machines are. I need to find out how many casting machines run on one blast furnace, and then figure that out. The blasted machines, those blasted machines. Because just the assembly line ones want 232 casting machines. Or is it 10 to 1? Is it 10 to 1? you want 2.325, and you want 223.2. So it's almost like one blasting machine is going to be one blast furnace is going to be 100 casting machines. I'm not biting off more I can chew. This is fine. This is fine. If it is 100 casting machines, oh boy. Because casting machines are not small. If it's 10 casting machines per blast furnace, no, it can't be 10. Hold on. No, it can't be 10. It can't be 10 because that would only be 20. It would only be 40. It's got to be 100 casting machines per blast furnace. I haven't even thought about slag. Slag can just go away. We'll just ship it out somewhere and then figure that out later. You take 120 and produce 40. We can have 32 casting machines per belt, and we know we need 15 belts. Yo, oh, this is way too close. This is way too close. This is way too close. I can't fit that many casting machines in this gap, even if I wanted to. 230 of them. They're that size. They're that footprint. They are 6x3. All right, 6x3, 6x4, 6x3. Even if I put them all side by side and split them into groups of, I don't know. Right, how many can we get in this gap here? Hold on. That is true. We can always build them in layers. They're going to have to be built in layers, probably. We're going to have a tool. Yeah, it's going to be probably as tall as the blast furnaces. Right. What I was kind of hoping was that I could put all the casting machines at least in front of the blast furnace. So one blast furnace has its output here, and it goes straight to the casting machines, and they all sit here. Then it will go up vertically. I know that. It's not an evil laugh. It's not evil. It's not evil. It's a, oh God, what am I doing? Oh God. Oh, why did none of you warn me? Why did none of you warn me? I don't need to. So it comes out of there. How big is the gap between here and? Well, I can't really go to there. I need to be less than that. But let's just go with say it's 50. Let's say it's 50. Okay, it's going to be less than that because there's going to be belts involved with that. But the belts can always go. Like we can choose like a 5 wide channel and just go up high. So it's 50 along, and oh yeah, I'm not sure. Well, the blast furnace was 26, wasn't it? So 26 divided by 3. That's 8. Oh, and we also actually it's going to be It can't be 26 divided by 3. It's got to be 26 divided by 5, hasn't it? Because you need belts. You need belts to get in there to take the stuff out. So so we can put 5 along if we put them this way. If they're this orientation, we can go 5 along. Okay. Let's make this go away. Yeah, the input is a pipe. The pipe's not so bad though, because hold on. I'm saying the pipe's not so bad because I have foolishly assumed that maybe they could feed to each other, but they cannot. Of course they can't. Of course you can't just pump it in this side and have it come out the other side into the next machine. No, we wouldn't do that. So they've all got to have pipe down one side, which means that instead of them becoming a 3x6, they become a 5x7. They become a 5x7. Okay, so we can fit 5 along. Okay. So if they sit here like this, oh, hello. Oh, it's fun. It's finished. I need to put a sign down so I remember these numbers I'm doing here. So yeah, so put this here like this. I know it doesn't like that, but yeah. So we can put 5 along here. But there needs to be 7, and then this was 50 wide, wasn't it? We was going to say so. 50 divided by 7 means we can put 7. Okay, so 5 times 7 means we can put 35 smelters on one floor. In the gap between here and here, we can put 35 smelters. Probably it'd be less than that. It'd probably be more of a 5x5 because the gap for the belt's going down there. So let's just say we can do 25 per floor. Okay. Right. So this is good. This is good. Where's the damn thing? Where is it? Blasted the machine. Go there. Oh, do you have power over here? You do. Awesome. Boom. Right, and you want 120 per minute. Now, how much can you... No. I was like... I know I've got to set the filters, but that goes up to that one. I know that, but I was like... Why is there not nothing? Because that can only accept one input. And I'm like, did I miss something here? So yeah. So this can output this thing, which is well, you got liquid slag as well, haven't you? So yeah. Hot air. You can transfer hot air out. Okay. I remember this. I remember scratching my head going, why can I do stuff like waste gas and oleic acid when the blast furnace doesn't do any of these things? Why is any of this in here? Why is paint in here? Why is that? Makes no sense. The filter thing didn't actually make any sense in my head. And it still doesn't now. The blast furnace is set to do molten techum. The only thing that they could output here is molten techum or slag. So why are these other ones here? What is this all about? It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense at all. Okay, I remember thinking that you should have you should only be able to filter between the two things. It should be it doesn't make any sense. Anyway, so I don't want to start this yet because there's no point because you can't do it. Doesn't matter. Kickstart, nothing happened. Warning: not all pipe connections has set filter. Really? You don't need to filter, do you? No. I think you find they have. So what for hot air? How? Oh. Oh. Right. Right, okay. Okay. That is I mean I get it. I get it because I could put those inputs above here. Does that make sense? So I get why it's in there. It's just not obvious, but at least it warned me. At least it warned me that something wasn't right. Okay, so 1,280 techum, 630 cooked ignium, which I haven't even considered where I'm going to be making the ignium yet, and it can output 11,520. $11,520 divided by 120 is 96. I was about to say that number doesn't sound like it divides equally between the casters. That would really annoy me. That would really annoy me. Shut it down. Confirm. Time to shut down. Oh no! Right, so that's 96 of these guys here. So we were saying 25 can go down here. So that is one. Well, that's only 3 floors. 4 floors. 4 floors is 100 of them. Okay. Oh, it does. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. I like that. So if I was to put a floor here, can I get a caster in there? Oh, it's too tall. Oh, you disappoint me. Oh well. Then the next floor would have to go there. The next floor would have to go there. And that would be 1, 2, 3, 4 floors. There we go. Now the problem, however, that I haven't really also paid attention to, is
I am having the fun.
The fun. We are all having the fun. 11,520. Okay, so a single pipe can deal with the whole thing. Okay, I was very worried that maybe they can't. That. Really? Really? You can angle the pipe up? Just you couldn't bring this pipe up a bit, you know, so it's straight with that? You couldn't do that? No? Or bring it even down by one so it's straight with the block one below it? You had to do this weird kink thing on there? That's ugly. That is ugly. Look, even the pipe don't like it. Even the pipe is cracked. Look, that is ugly. I don't like that. Yeah. And it's a different colour to my pipes. Don't like that. It looks wrong. That looks really wrong. Please tell me I'm not the only one. I think that just looks wrong. I know it works fine, but it does look wrong. These pipes should be that colour. Simply unplayable. Simply unplayable. But anyway, one pipe can deal with that, so we can have the two pipes go straight up through the floors and actually go down, up, round, wherever they want to go to. And we'll put one floor down there, and then we'll come up and do one here, one here, one here, just because we can. That's it. Come on, you got to agree with me. It doesn't look simply unplayable. He says, playing the game. But that does not look nice. That is an afterthought when somebody made the model and went, yeah, I made the model, it's all beautiful, it's all wonderful, and oh, it's not at the same level. Oh, okay, we'll have to do, yeah. This whole thing should have just been moved up. Or more importantly, should have moved down. They should have put it here. Just yeah, should have just put it there. Bring it down to there. That would have been fun. And make it straight. Yeah. Would look better. Would look better. Not gonna lie, would look better. But that's purely aesthetic, and it doesn't matter. So yeah, okay, so we're going to put 25 by 25 in here, aren't we? And they're not going to face it that way, they're going to be facing the long way. So that means I want to make it 7 times 5 is 35. Is that right? 6 and then 7, yeah, because we need the pipe. We could rotate some round and save a little bit of space, but it's not worth the effort. So loop, and I do have the thing, yeah. Yeah, I think they do the same thing that Factorio nuclear reactors do, don't they? Also, that's really naughty. That's really, really naughty. Okay? The footprint for the thing is 26 by 26, but the pipes stick out by 1. That's naughty. Yeah. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I hereby declare that's very, very naughty. How dare you have the pipes stick out by 1 further from the machine? I could have done all my calculations and been 1 pipe off because you messed it up. But unfortunately, we're not, because we're okay. Can I make a couple more casters? I can. Oh, so I can remove segments of it. I'm like, what? Oh, it's gone. Now I can pick this up. Oop, and put it in a box somewhere. I'm actually going to destroy these shipping pads. I don't need them. Put that in a box there. Yeah, Yep, we're going to get rid of the Mark 1 shipping pads. We don't need them. Be gone. Yeah, I need to do slag as well. Yeah, I didn't think of that. That's okay though, because we can always modify the thing. Yeah, I didn't do a slag output. You are right. You are right. All right, Baron. I do need a slag output, which is fine. We could use one of these ones. I don't know what you do with slag. Can you make cement with it? Wasn't that a thing? You make concrete with slag? Just we don't have that yet. Yeah, slag reprocessing gives you cement. You make cement with it and then you turn the cement into concrete, which saves you using the minerals, because the minerals now go into this one. So yeah, okay, so I might adjust this building again, because you can edit them afterwards anyway, and put an output on the side here. So yeah, okay, so let me just figure out. So I want them like that, and they have to be, well, they can't go there now. They've got to go one further out than that, which means I'm actually one too small on that end there. Typical. I'm disgusted. Well, I could go there actually, that wouldn't make any difference. It's kind of annoying they don't throughput the stuff though and output the other side. So I need to do before 5 like that, and then I need to, there has to be outputs on them, don't there? So yeah, the only problem is I'm doing 5 by 5, so there's always going to be a pipe on the end anyway. But I could slap them next to each other and have a double gap in between, like that, so they feed to the same belt. I can actually fit way more in here than I figured out. No, I can't. It's gonna have to kind of be like that, which is a little. Nothing I do is going to make it look good compared to this. We're always going to have, like, the staircase is never going to be free. And even if I started from the center, it still wouldn't line up anyway. So if I started in the center and went and put them like there and there, then did the whole 3 on that side and 3 on that side, we could do that, which would be, yeah, but not really at the same time, because that's only 4. Trying to think of any way I could do it so I can make the staircase to the controls easier to get to. But I don't really need to go to the controls, do I? Yeah. The other option as well that I have is we can just do this. And have that pipe come down and run straight along that and go into all of them, and then just have the outputs on this side. So, yeah. That put on the ground. Well, I need to do 5 floors of them. Well, that would let me squeeze them in way tighter than. That's what. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I need to put like 20. Well, hold on. Well, we need 96, don't we? It's 96. So I need 24 in each one. So if I did 12 out that way and 12 here in a row, and then go up 1 floor and do 12 and 12, and up 1 floor and 12 and 12, just so it connects onto this, so I can put in the put in this here. Unless you walk straight up onto the machine. Because yeah. And then that pipe can split the two and go up there, and that pipe can do the same for this side. And then we can have a slag pipe just added to the side or the back. So if I went out by 12 there, 12 times 3, 12, 24, 36, which is there, which would leave 18. But the bus again can be 3-dimensional. The bus can go up high. There's no reason why we can't do that. We just have all the belts come out and go up to wherever we want to go to for the Tekken. The problem is that I would really want to run the Tekken directly from this, so like maybe the electronic components could be directly opposite this, so some of the belts run straight through to those. Would that work? Would that work? Hold on. Let's switch you to this here. But okay, you produce 40. 40 times 12. 40 times 12 is 480, which is only a Mark 2 belt, right? Mark. Is it Mark 3? But whatever. We'll use Mark 5 anyway. Mark 4. 480 Tekken, and then that's going to be divided by 160. Which gives us 3 sets of these. So there'd be 9 assemblers. So what if we did that? What if we did 12 of these guys in a row, and then have the belt come straight out, go straight across the bus to this side here, and then directly opposite build the factory for the electronic components here, and then another one directly opposite this furnace here, and another one here, and then the last furnace actually goes down the bus. I think that would work. We'd still have space in between for the bus to come through. We just have to avoid the certain heights wherever the thing is. Also, obviously that's a different height to that one. Is it a different height? Is that a different height? So floor to floor is 13 tiles. Yeah, 10. Okay. 13 tiles would be about that one. Okay. I would say I come down to here, but unfortunately I don't think I can no, I can't build in there to get a connection to that line there, which is a little bit annoying, but oh well. I like that idea. That makes sense. That makes sense to have these 12 just feed into machines over there, and then do the same for the next and the next, and have 3 blast furnaces doing that, and 1 blast furnace doing Tekken for the rest of whatever we need to do. because it's mostly electronic components, so that's the big thing we need. These will move as well. We could then maybe do a same sort of thing here. We're gonna have, because we're going to be using 2 belts. We're just making these, so we can put those blast furnaces for the xenoferrite, maybe like over there a little bit further back, and have them come into this and then feed the belt as well. I don't know how many blast furnaces we need for that, so I like that plan. I don't know whether it's a very good plan or not, but I like it. So, yeah. I need way more building blocks. How many building blocks do I need per floor? Let's see. I need... Page of card machines 4 wide, 6 deep with a gap in the center for a belt. My hesitation with doing that is that the stairs are 4 wide, and if I put it in the center, it would be offset and it would look wrong. And there's no other reason than it would just look wrong to my eyes. That's it. It would look wrong. It would yeah. There is no other reason than that. So we can come in to the machine and we can walk down here past the casting machines and straight into the machine that we're never going to have to interface with ever again once it's running, probably. But still, yeah. Yeah, it's all about the look. It's all about the look. It's just as important. So if we went 26, then 26 by 36 is 936 blocks. 2, 3. I need all the foundation you're going to give me, and then I need some more. And I need to make 1 million casting machines. How do you make a casting machine? Steel beams, advanced machinery, and 5 electronic components. Could I get a machine doing that for me? Do we have all the bits here for it? Advanced? Do we have advanced components? We do. Do we have steel beams? We don't. No steel comes in here. It's only going to be a machine that's going to fill one thing and be done. So is there anywhere that uses steel, advanced components, advanced machine parts, and electronic components? Let's see here. Right there. Right there. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to change the recipe for a moment. Would you make me casting machines? Because you have exactly the components you need, he says. It was steel. No, that's tech and rods. No! No! Damn it. Deceived. Deceived I was. Deceived. How dare they? Right, okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to borrow 200 off the belt. Nope. And I'm going to manually dump them in there. There we go. So you'll make me 13 of them, which is not enough. Oh, I just clicked the wrong button there. Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, hang on. Let's see if there's another one. You are glass. You. Steel. Yes, you. Go back to making hover engines. There. And double check you haven't put anything dodge on the belt. Whoa. No, you have not. Awesome. Nope. Make me casting machines. Put me a storage there. Oh wow, we're empty of output, input. And we'll get, I don't know how many they're stacked to, 25 probably? 10? Doesn't tell me how much they stack to. Oh well. But just fill it, it's fine. We're going to need it for Xenoferret as well anyway. I need, what do I need? I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600 of them in total, probably. Somewhere near that amount. Okay, I also need to make more blast furnaces. But before we do that, we need to look at the other machine, don't we? We need to look at the other thing as well. Right, so we have a plan for this here. Okay. Everybody remember that plan, because I will forget it. And then I will be asking the class at the end of the session. Or in 3 session time, when I forget about it. You want hellothere. It was the Techum ore as well. I need to figure that one out. Because that needs to be inputted as long... the coked ignium and the mineral rocks need to go into the top as well. And 324,000 litres per minute of hot air. And the thing can do 10 times on all one. So this is 360,000. So that's okay. How do you... How do you... Oh, like that. Okay, cool. Oh, they got the same sort of thing. Nice. Okay. Right. So, I need to build an hot air stove, right? Adjacency bonus. Yes. It's 3 of them. Does one not produce enough hot air for that? They are 11 by 17. They require foundation, but they don't actually require power, do they? No, but the inputs will require... No. Hang on. I assume one of these things is going to need power at some point. None of them mention they need power. But I'm going to assume one of them needs power at some point. Yeah. Right. Input none, output air. The heaters run off either electricity or ignium. Right, okay. Doesn't mention that in the tooltip anywhere, but that's okay. It makes sense. It makes sense it would do so. I do need to... Right, before I do anything, though, I need to edit this building. Because... we're going to need a slag output. Why has that got a... You can't rotate them. Why has it got a... like a platform on the side? Strange. Yeah, we're going to need a slag output because we're going to have to go and deal with slag somewhere. Let's do the slag output on this side. So pipeline attachments. Let's do that one. The output there. Yeah, and then each building's going to have its own heater system. Because there's no point in sharing them because it uses basically a whole pipeline itself. Let's have it come out the side there, and then the next one would be exactly the same design as this. There would just be mirror images of each one. So start construction. Boop, there you go. Okay, you do the thing there. Cool. Right. They are 11 by 17. $11, $22. Ooh, it's not going to fit, is it? So we need to go out. Something like that. Mushroom. Is that cute hedgehog back again? We must say hello one day. Be gone, evil mushrooms. There are no plumbers here. No, rock. Be gone. Doof. Okay. Something very bright is lighting that up in there. So I want to build. We want 3 of these. So concrete. Get rid of that there. Get rid of those. We will soon find out when I upgrade the bus if I miss something. Hey, job done. Now we have slag. Yeah. Slag comes out here. Molten Techum comes out here. And I bet I gotta go around and redo the but let me through. Let me through. Why did you not make these too wide? Hot air. I have to have. I don't have to have an output for just the air. That would be a pain. Well, the hot air comes out. It's got to go out somewhere. Go out the top. Get out of it. Right. Make me a hot air stove. Yes, I need 3 of them. That's fine. That's fine. I want 1 first. How do these work? Put it. There. Burner module, power source. HV power source. You put both in? Only one power source module can be used at once. Oh, really? So I can't have the option for both? How much power do they use? Tower, 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 tower. Oh. 6. And top part. What's this? Pipe attachment output. Pipe attachment input. Right, so it's facing the wrong direction. It's facing the wrong direction. Wants to be facing this way. And really wants to be sat like here somewhere. That goes all the way up, and then we're going to have another one next to it, another one next to it there, so we're going to have 3 of them there, all come out in a pipe. The pipe's going to come straight along and plug into this, because it's going to be perfectly aligned, isn't it? It's going to be perfectly aligned with this. It's not going to have some stupid muck about beyond the different height than the other one. They wouldn't do that. They definitely would never do that. No, 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 no. I'm just looking at how the thing on top is. The model's weird. Yeah. Tower top part. Lid. You mean lid, right? So we're going to have an output there, and then we're going to have an input there. Okay. So I need to wait for you to finish being made before I can put you down. Then we need to figure out what the adjacency bonus is. So yeah. Is that... It does look as if it is the correct height. Okay. I will forgive them. I was like, Looking at it, it seems okay. It seems okay. It seems like it's lined up. Yeah, but no, I could believe that. I could absolutely believe that it's the output is a different height to this. I could believe that, and I'm sure there are some things like that which they've done on purpose. They've done on purpose to annoy people. I'm sure of it, and I'm sure they put the hitboxes in for the power lines just to annoy me. Even though I was about to say none of them know me, but technically Urkel sort of doesn't know me, but we do know one of the developers for the game. What's this? Slag reprocessing. In the chemical processor comes that. Okay. Yeah, just to annoy me. That's what it is. It's just to annoy me. I could imagine. I could absolutely imagine. You know. So also, this is a weird one to me as well. And it was weird to me before, and I'm going to say that. The pipeline is obviously it's a 3 by 3 by 1. But if you do an intersection, it's a 3 by 3 by 3. Yeah. So if I want to have all the things, if I do this and then I just choose to do, instead of a single pipe piece, I do one of those, it just saves me all the material. It's a very weird one. I never understood why the straight piece isn't also a 3 by 3. You know, why isn't the straight piece 3 long? It was a weird thing to me before, and it's still a weird thing to me now. I pushed the wrong button. because I might as well just use loads everywhere. But I'm not going to. Placement has to be exact with the 3 yeah. It just seems like I'm wasting pipeline, because that's 13 pipelines. When if I put a 3 in, a 3 by 3 instead, it would only be like, well 12 pipeline would only be 4 pieces. So I'm using 12 pieces when I could technically only be using 4 pieces. So it's one of those ones I'm just like, why isn't there a 3 by 3 straight? You know, like straight, and then you have long straight as well to make it fair. But no, this game's not about being fair. Also, I don't want to put that in yet. Oh, hold on. We might have to go out by one more. Well, I think we're going to have to go out by one anyway here. No, yeah, but I mean, why? There needs to be a long straight. I need to right click and pick straight or a long straight. A 3 by 3, a 3 long, a 3 long straight. So that's what I was more thinking of there, but doesn't matter. It's not exactly like they're exactly expensive. So I need to do that anyway. I need to come out with one anyway, because even though the footprint of this building is that big and actually apparently leans over the edge. What is this? What is this? The pipe connector pokes out the side by one. I think this one probably pokes out the side by one as well. Yeah. Nah, whatever. Whatever. Yeah, and then we put that in there. But I don't want to do that yet, because I seem to remember it doesn't connect. It does. If you build the pipe before the building's finished, it doesn't connect the building. I'm sure that's a thing. Probably being fixed by now, but. But I can wait, yeah. But the pipes are 8 steel beams. It's not exactly like they're expensive, are they? It's not. It was one of those things that just was like, hang on a minute, I feel like I'm being duped out of stuff here. Oh no, how dare you dupe me out of almost infinite resources? How possibly could you do that? Things that annoy me the most about Foundry. I feel like you may think I'm harsh and I'm a bit critical of it, but I do love this game. I do love this game so much. There's just these little things. I'm just like, oh, come on. You are so close to perfection. You're doing so well. You grabbed me so better than Satisfactory ever did. And then you go and do the power line thing. And makes me sad. Makes me very sad. Oh well, right, okay, so we're going to need 3 of these here to do this, but build the one, look at the numbers. The numbers, Mason. What do they mean? We're only halfway through. Okay, so if we can do this here, we want to build this here. How many do we have here at the moment? 252 hours in the one save. We are only 64 hours, but I've only ever played it on stream. Yeah, but I also have a YouTube series which is currently 15 hours in, so yeah. But before that, I think I did like 3 playthroughs, and I did 1 partial playthrough and kind of fell apart. And the other thing is, Steam can't even tell me my hours on it, because I played it for If you go back on YouTube to have a look at the previous live streams of Foundry, some of them were on the itch version of the game before it came to Steam, and so however many hours I've got in there. I've only got 218 hours on Steam. So your one save that you have there, Baron, is longer than that. God, do I wish I didn't have a job. Really. Oh, and Steam was telling me Dwarf Fortress is on sale. Oh. Oh. How dare you? How dare you put Dwarf Fortress on sale? Wish I could. It's one of those things of like I say it jokingly. God, I wish I didn't have a job and I could just play games for a living. That'd be great. But I'm very grateful to have my job, because then I can do this sort of thing. I can stream whatever, and I can also I can kind of be critical about a game. I can say, oh no, it's terrible, because it doesn't matter if I don't get to play it, because it's not my main income, if that makes sense. So I'm not. I say it mostly jokingly. But I would. The dream is to one day be able to quit my job and play games. Yeah. If having problems out, that sucks. That does absolutely suck. There's also another game I do definitely want to be playing on the channel at some point, and I might just make videos of it instead. Grit and Valor. Don't know if anyone's ever seen that. It's not a game that I would ever. It's not a game that you would think I would ever play. Grit and Valor. It is a turn-based steampunk World War II game, as in you get mechs that are steampunk mechs and things, and it's all. But it's not turn-based. Sorry, it's grid-based. Real-time tactics. I watched Pirate Software playing it, and I was absolutely just gripped with the gameplay. I thought it was fantastic. So I will have a look at that. Steam might steal some money from me. Sorry, I'm distracted by Steam. Mind you, I'm kind of waiting for that to be able. So yeah, thinking of becoming a streamer? Absolutely, go for it. Go for it, and stream on both YouTube and Twitch. Do both. Do both. Multi-streaming is super easy. Super easy. Go for it. Don't forget to play your loan. I am in the UK. Yes. Yep. I stream very late at night because I work quite late. I work evenings. I finish work at 10 o'clock. Oh no. Oh. Ooh. You can't see it, my head's in the way. We go over there. Look how low the debt is. We're getting there. We're gonna do it. Boop. What's we got? 2 days of profit. Yeah. Plant drones. Boop, boop, boop. Awesome. There's something I need to do. I forgot about it. I did set the shadow distance. Okay. No, it's fine. Right. Okay, I don't know why I've turned that off. I was mucking about on the YouTube save, and I changed the shadow distance something and like murdered the game. I was like, oh, I need to change it back because I could barely play, which was weird to me because I think I checked the shadow distance longer than the render distance, and the game just lost the plot completely. It was like, help, we can't do it anymore. If you hold Alt and press U, you can bring up the camera tools. The camera tools are weird, but you can turn off the day and night cycle. and it basically just pauses the sun in the sky where it is. Hence why it's you see it's quarters to midnight in the game, but our sun's up in the sky. However, it does break solar panels. Solar panels work all the time if you freeze the sun in the sky, so they become very cheaty. However, you can also turn the UI off and still fly around, so you can get beautiful screenshots of things, which is very nice. Very, very nice. And the weird thing is, if you have the UI off and then you push escape and save the game, when you reload the game, the UI will still be turned off. And that caught me by surprise a couple of times. I'm like, why can't I see anything? Oh yeah, I need to do that. But yeah, you can set the fog distance on the bits PC. I'm going to set this back to. I want to look somewhere where we can see some fog, and then doesn't really change anything at all anyway. Oh, they're leaving. It's a done. Yeah, you're right. I should move that back by one because and it's solid. Now the game's just flat out lying to me. Or wait, is the model not centered? Have they messed up here and not centered the model, or did they offset it because of these outputs? Yep, now the game is just outright lying to me. It says there, very clearly, size is 11 by 5 by 17. Now, I know the 5 is the height of the base there, but you also have to add things to it, which is fine. However, that's the edge of it. If I measure this, it is 18 long, not 17 long. The lying little buggers. Hence why that is out by 1, because this is too big. I'm not going to change it now anyway, it doesn't matter. But it doesn't quite line up with the it doesn't quite. If I'd have moved it out a little bit, then that would have connected to this. But still, yeah, that's it doesn't say it's on that base there, but it definitely is, because I cannot build things in that cap. Oh, actually, somebody needs to possibly have a look at that. Look, I found a legitimate bug with a hitbox, not just one that annoys me, but an actual bug with a hitbox. You can see that. If I did see, look, you can see the hitboxes over there. Yeah, that's where that snaps to. Look, it's one away from the edge. It's one away from the edge. Yeah. Okay. You can see that blue grid there. That's supposed to be the edge of the hitbox. Yeah, I can't build there with the floor in. But if I start there and drag it in, it lets me build in there. But it won't let me walk in there because I headbutt that and it's solid. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. That also leans out by 1 as well. Yeah. So this actual factory is bigger than the footprint it says. Oh, I don't know. These AAA game companies and their terrible AAA games. Oh, I don't even know. You're right, there is no grid connection. Well spotted. Let's cure that. And that'll be, let me guess. Oh, this one has a 20-meter range. Oh, very nice. Okay. Not enough large power poles in my inventory. Really? Really? Make me a large power pole. Thank you. Bloop. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. For the adjacency bonus to work, all buildings need to be the same orientation, be placed in parallel, there must not be any offset, and they need to touch each other. Bonus works on both sides that do not have other modules attacks. In the image you can see a bird's eye, so they have to be next to each other. Okay. I might move this one back then because it's going to annoy me if there's that gap along the edge there. Right, that's fine. So requires 108,000 air per minute and produces 108,000. So 3 of them will be 108 times 3. No, 108 times 3, 324,000. And this is kind of where I do wish this was facing the opposite direction, so I could just come here and I can. There's a panel here as well. What am I talking about? I don't know. 224. Okay, so we're actually going to get more air than we need because of the bonus things and give us more air than we need. Okay, I'm going to dismantle this and rebuild it and move it over by 1. Okay, but before we do that, let's build ourselves a air intake. In fact, no, let's not. Let's oh, sorry, it's turned on, isn't it? Doop. Yep, I'm going to honestly dismantle the building to move it back by literally 1 block, which may seem like a waste, and you might be right, but it annoys me. It annoys me that it's the wrong size. Unless when I put it down, did I put it down wrong? Did I put it down over by 1? No, because it would have moaned about not having foundation, wouldn't it? Huh. Nah, that's okay. It won't take long for them to do that. And we can build like 3 of them in one go as well. So let me grab some more steel. Oh. Oh. Oh, where's all the steel going? Oh. Or do we have a problem with someone else? Hold on. No, we're fine. Wait a minute, something's not right here. Why is there Techum on your... sorry, why is there, What? Yeah, why was there, Oh god, when did that happen? This hasn't been working properly for ages. There was, yeah, so some of these haven't been working at all. Right, so no wonder this hasn't been keeping up. Okay. Okay. Don't forget the construction rubble. The warehouse converts rubble back into construction materials anyway. So I think that'd be okay. I'm not sure. Steel beams. So we'll put 2 more of those, so I need more concrete. I'll go and double check it. And electronic components, circuit boards. Wherever will I find some electronic components? Oh look, That's why I never build like that. Build like what? Oh, so you can't see the things coming into it. It's fine though. We know exactly what we're doing. Yeah, this warehouse automatically recycles rubble into new construction material. So it takes the rubble here, boom, and it does 10 items a second into construction wood. Does it automatically? So. But it's beautiful like that. It's beautiful like that. I think I had problems with it when I first put it in, so. Right. Okay, and then I want, so, hold on, I've got 1, 2 of those. I want 3 of them, that's fine. And then I want, how many of these we need? Checkables. Yeah. Doop. 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 Steal all the Tekken. Tekken? You're gonna throw it. Oop. Okay, so the input's going to be 1 out, and the input is a major one as well. So I'd like to try and keep it, if possible, inside the footprint of this. So this needed 104. Oh god, it doesn't show me like any inputs or anything on it at all, does it? Blocked by power line. Oh, don't do that. Don't tell me this can't be Nope, it's okay, it's fine. Where am I? I'm there. So I want to do that side wants to be a utility panel. Okay, and then if I remember rightly, you don't need the full amount, do you? The bounds of the final building are blocked by other objects. Yeah, because the power line. I know. I seem to remember this. I seem to remember that you could get away with no, but again, if I get away with 4 vents, it looks better. It looks better. Get away with 4 vents. I don't know. I can't remember how much it was. I'm pretty sure it was like you need 5 vents to keep up. But then there's also the fact of that it's we could do, if you put all the vents in, then you might be able to get over just having like 2 of them or something. It's one of those ones where I never understood why you couldn't just make it taller as well, or more importantly, why you couldn't then just put another one on top of it. But you can't. They must be on foundation, mustn't they? Yeah, requires foundation. Always was weird to me. That I do not know. No, that's not going to work for us. That's not going to work for us because I need. Okay, Maria, have a good one. We'll hopefully see you again. We'll still be here in 6 months' time staring at this, trying to make it look worth it. Perfect. Probably. Drone, do you right? Yeah. Yeah. Even the base that you put down is a different size to what it says. Right, so it's not just when you upgrade the building. It actually is wrong. It actually does have an incorrect hitbox. I am justified. The hitboxes are wrong in this game. See, if they did it wrong for this one, that means they probably did it all wrong for the power cables. So that's what it is. That's what it is. It all boils down to. Yep, must be. Right, so if I put that in by one, like that. Yeah, because I can't put it hanging over the edge. Because it must be placed fully on foundation. Yeah. What I'm wondering here is, can I build this up? Put some foundation on top, and then go up with another one and connect it in. And then go up again, connect it in. Just remember this being awkward because the utility panel was always up in the sky. Go on, worker bees, do your thing. They literally have little engines on them. Not little parachutes, they've got their own little engines. Ba, 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 ba. I need more jetpack fuel. Get the jetpack fuel. Go, 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 go. Right. Come on, this one isn't all that big. Only 58% through. Really? Wow. Okay. Right. So you're there, and put you. Can I put you on there? Because we need to clear out 3 pieces of snow. How go around the power lines in? Probably with the little power line things running down the center, and then connect the power lines to each other. Because your power line is going to be down there. Your power line is up here in the top corner on the utility one, which was really awkward because the big pipe comes out and then the power line's right next to it, so you can only go that way with it. You couldn't go any other way. So that should give us a bonus, which means we're going to get more hot air than we actually need. Okay. So I need to figure out how on earth I'm going to be feeding this thing. So place the intakes toward each other. Well, I still need to get the pipeline between them, don't I? So we need 104,000 hot air I'm not sure whether one of them can deal with 104,000 or what. So right, so in here we need the ignium. I'll go in here. We need mineral rock to go in here, and we need techum. So you got to this floor here. I couldn't really put it here and then have the spaceship land here. That's what I'm kind of thinking of doing. Right, you have no grid connection. What a surprise. Doop. So we want to go with let's go with a small power pole and just stick it in like here somewhere. Can you connect to that one? No, it is too far away. Okay. Loop. Start. Oh, yeah, you produce 162,000. So you don't need that. Also, I think the less vents you have on it, obviously the slower it goes, so the less power it uses. So there's no point in wasting that there. So yeah, build above your hitboxes. Well, the annoying thing is the power cable for these is here, this height here. So it's below the pipeline, and the power for these is next to the pipeline, which is just phenomenally annoying. But that's, and they don't daisy chain. They don't daisy chain, which again is also phenomenally annoying. So yeah, so you crushing smelters. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking of going like up here, building maybe off of this platform here. Although if I built off this one here, it would be the same height as this floor here. I see those pipe cats line up. Yeah, I'm. Oh, we should do that now, shouldn't we? We should do that. We should do that now. Oh yeah, I need to find out how high that. Oh yeah, because this. Oh wow, that tower might actually go above this, mightn't it? Which means that input's in a really bad place. So I might have to switch the inputs around as well. Hadn't thought of that. Hadn't thought of that. Oop. So tower, 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 top. This one is the HGV. Yep. This one is the pipe attachment. Okay. And then we have a pipe attachment there. Start construction. Oh, that's annoying. It's gonna have this little tower thing that pokes out, isn't it? And that's gonna be exactly the height of these, isn't it? Look at that. I don't know if I could make that shorter, because the bonus that we're going to get. If I make all three of them shorter, would that affect it? The problem is, what I need to do is wait for them to build this, and then once they've built it, modify it, basically. I don't see the ships coming. Why are the ships not coming? Oh, yeah, here they come. Okay. are we doing? We have 16,000. Okay. Right. Because the probably the biggest quarrel I have with these things is that none of this tells me what any of these do. Like, okay, so I'll add a tower, right? What does this tower do? Increases speed by an additional 20%. Right, but what are the numbers? What are the actual numbers? So, what? Yeah, it doesn't give you enough information when you're building it to know how big or how small or ever you should build it, which is a bit daft, to be honest. Unless the panels, well, no, the panels can't because there's no power, and I can't connect any power to it unless I build it. So I can't even interact with it to find out anything about it, like you can with the blast furnace. So, yeah, it's like, okay, so what? So if I had a tower and then do this, how far can you go? Can you go to 200%? Is that what it is? Yeah, so it goes to 200% speed, right? Which was 104,000, wasn't it? So 104,000 means it does 52,000. We got rid of that one, it goes to 180%. So this should do 83.2 thousand, I think. But unless I build all three of these, I'm not going to know what the bonus is to them as well. So I've got to build them before I can figure out whether I want to build them this way or not. So remove that, add the top part, add the HE, add that, start construction, and then these ones go up to this height here, okay, which still puts this little tiny thing on top, which I bet I can't build over or build around. And of course, once you start building the thing, yeah, 93.6 with one missing, is it? Oh, okay. Divided by 100. Oh, yeah, no, yeah. Because it'd be 52 divided by 100 times 80 plus 52. Yeah, 93.6. Yes, because it's 100% bonus on top. Yeah. Okay. So times that by 3, and then Bardle, what do you need? You want 324. Take 3 to 4. Means we're missing 43,000. So yeah. %. It's heavy, yeah, but it's only 20% on half of it though, because you get 100% bonus. You get the 100%, and then you add additional. So you the base is 52,000, and then the every cooling tower is another 52,000 on top. But it's not that way because it's probably cumulative, which is yeah, and each one comes to 10. So it's which means it's 280,000.8, and this one's 324, which means we are 43.2 thousand down. If the bonus to the sides gives 20%, then we'll be golden. We'll be good. If the bonus on the sides give 20%, so say 10% to that one, 10% to that, actually no, I need 20% on each one, don't I? So yeah. Unfortunately, the only way to figure this out is to build them, plug them in, find out what happens. So yeah, I'll need 3 full towers. Yes, I will. But when you put them next to each other, they get a bonus. So I'm hoping the bonus for these 3 being next to each other is enough to compensate losing one of the top ones. If it's not, then we'll have to rebuild them high and then move this to be somewhere else and then figure out stuff going on there. But I don't know what the bonus is because it just says there's a bonus but doesn't actually give you any physical numbers. So I've got to build it and see how it goes. And unfortunately, I can't now edit this building. I can stop it, but then that takes it down. But I can't edit thing, just say, hey, don't build a top piece. So I've got to wait for it to build and then edit it to remove it and change it, because that's the way the game works. So these modular buildings are great. I love the concept behind them, but you have to build them in a certain way, so they're not really modular. You don't particularly have a choice. I mean, all you can do is not put in some segments. You know, there's nothing that does different things to them, you know. So I know there could be a lot more to come, a lot more that you could do with them and change them, but they are a bit, I don't know, it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing. I don't know if I like them or don't like them. I like the concept behind them. I'm not sure I like the current execution of them. Because like this is a modular building that only has 2 modules you can add to it. So yeah, what? That does look like it connects. However, it also looks like it is right next door to it, so it may not work. These might have to be moved out by 1, which is annoying because I didn't want to do that. However, it looks like these are already moved out by 1 anyway, so they are now bigger than this building anyway. But that'll be okay because we'll leave a bigger gap between the buildings. So we'll see how this goes. This may not work. This just may not work. It just I might be trying to cram stuff in too small. I don't know why I'm doing that either, because I could definitely have them spread out further. There's plenty of space around. We will see. Yeah, putting those up high, putting the inputs up high, and then not having any way to lift things up from the ground to the top surface without also having foundation for the loaders. Because the only way you can move things up and down is with the freight elevators. Like this. But you can't put a freight elevator plugged in straight into it, because it must have a loader to unload the freight elevator, which means then you also have to run power up to it as well to power the loaders up there. So yeah. We need a freight elevator that has this, that has belts just directly into it and directly comes out of it. Even if it's a high voltage freight elevator that requires power. So I'm sure this is things that I could look up online, but yeah. Hot air stoves have something called adjacency bonuses, which consumes 20% less power for each hot air stove that's making full contact with another one. Right, so it doesn't actually change the output whatsoever. So no, they're going to need 3 on top. Okay. Right. Okay, so we're going to have to go up there and then move this round and do something else with it, because yeah, this is this is the disappointing part about the wonderful modular buildings that aren't really modular at all. You're going to build the same thing every time. So yeah. Firehammer, hello, good evening. Hope you are having a good day. Yeah, nice. The cast machine is fine. Yeah, we're not worried about that. The cast machines are fine. It was trying to figure out exactly what the blast furnaces and the other things and stuff need. But the fact that you have to build the whole building first to then find out what it does and then modify it, and then find out what it does, then modify it, because it doesn't give you any numbers, is the bit that kind of sucks. So yeah. So okay, so that's what we've got up here, right? Okay, and we would need to go from here out, which means there are 2 little points because of that there, which are just too tall for that, which is just it's workable. It's absolutely workable. We could definitely have the landing pads up here. Just means I'd have to have much more space in between them than I originally imagined. Yeah. Okay. Oh, right. Hang on. Before we do that, stop. Yep. Because there's no point. We might as well increase these all here, because all they do is change the power usage. Doop. Start. Boom, and then stop. But again, it's they've got this wonderful modular building thing, and all anyone's ever going to do with it is just add all the stuff they have to do. Because there's no point in having the pipe attachments up here somewhere, because the pipe attachment on the blast furnace is down here at this height. So that's the only logical place you're ever going to put it. So they're wonderful, but it really does kind of feel like they are a little bit wasted. So yeah. Right, so if I connect you to there you go. Okay, right, let's are you actually running apparently? Okay. Well, did it though? This is the thing. Did it? Yeah. Yeah, it's I feel like the modular buildings just are a little disappointing. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. So it did auto connect. Nice. Once again, completely different colors, but that's okay. But it feels like you've got this modular building, but you're only ever going to build it one way anyway. There's no point to building it a different way. So, you know, the scanner was the same thing. The scanner, you're only ever going to put all the stuff on it. You're not really going to have just one on it and let it go. It's you know, it kind of feels like they're a little bit wasted. The concept behind them is fantastic, and I'm sure there's going to be more stuff coming to them in the future with the way modular buildings work. But it more really honestly feels to me more like that should just be a building you make. You just put the building down. It does it. Because if this furnace needs 3 of them, you're going to build a furnace with 3 of them. It just, there is no modularity to it. It's going to be the same every time. So, yeah, I'm just not quite sure about it. And the dodgy hitboxes on it too. And the dodgy hitboxes. Okay. Right. So that does auto connect. That's good. Okay. However, this is producing way more than we need, right? Using 162, and we only need 108. So we can get rid of some of these around here for this building, couldn't we? So it's running at 600%. I just wish it would give me physical numbers rather than percentages. I really wish it would give me numbers. And just go, hey, each intake is this much air. Which I can probably figure out anyway. Hold on. Oh, push one button. There you go, that one. 162. So it's 27,000 per intake. What if you don't want to max it out? Well, I would like to find somebody who didn't build the blast furnace to the maximum size. I honestly would. I can't think why you wouldn't. Especially because most people are going to build factories this way. Most people are going to build factories flat and out. They're not going to build vertically because you don't. Even I don't. No, you see lots of people doing it, yeah. So this builds vertically, and it just makes sense. I don't know. You absolutely could. I'm not saying you couldn't, but yeah, I don't really see anybody not doing that. So. But then on the flip side to that, okay, so I make it slightly smaller, but if I make it slightly smaller, how would I know what size of these things to make without building them first to the full size and then having to redo them because there's no numbers. They don't give me any numbers when I'm building them. No, it literally gives me a percentage here behind my. It gives me a percentage. A percentage of what? It's 200% faster, but what's the base speed? Where did it tell me what the base speed is of any of them? You only find out after you've built it. That's my most to it. It's not enough information. And the tooltip on them, well, the blast furnace itself doesn't. Yeah, the tooltip doesn't tell you the speed of them. The air intake doesn't tell you the speed of them. You know, so it's, yeah. You only need 2 air intakes as well, so yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I would much rather than it be a percentage, it literally would give me numbers. It would go, so you make the base one and it gives you 52,000. and then every one you add increases by a certain amount. I also don't know why one could give you 52,000 and the next one only gives you like 10,000. That's a bit of a weird thing as well. That doesn't, considering they're all the same size, I don't know why the additional floors only give you 20% instead of 100%. So yeah, generally built vertical. I see. The vast majority of people that I've seen, even building this, or even in like Satisfactory, people do build vertically. That does happen. But other people I've seen with this game, they tend to build just giant platforms and go out like the way I've done here. But yeah, that's but you absolutely can, and there are probably a lot of people that do that. To diminishing returns, but yeah, it's a bit of a. I've never thought of that before. That's not a thing anyway. That's just a gameplay balance, so that's fine. That doesn't make any difference. But then this doesn't do that. This does 100% per thing. So yeah. Anyway, what does this need? This needs 108. 108 divided by 27 is 4. So we only need 4 inputs on this to balance it. So I can get rid of like the back ones and the front one. Put on. Okay. Building cannot be modified whilst it's enabled. Oh, yeah. Pop. I'm not even fussed about that, so pop, do that there. Right, hold on. Let's check this. Let's check this. Hold on. The scale which I'm building, I can't do central. Oh, the scale which I'm planning is way more than I even anticipated. So, right. So this uses 8.4 megawatts of power. Okay, which means it uses 1.4 megawatt per vent, maybe. Yeah, 50 million a day profit. Yeah, I'm nowhere near that. I'm nowhere near that. But the plan is to be building one of each bot. Yeah, we can do that. One of each bot of all the bots and all the assembly lines over there somewhere. 1 per second of each type of bot. That is the plan. That is the plan that we have here. The assembly line plan, the bot plan. We're trying to do 60 a minute of each type. Hence why I'm looking at what these things do here, because I need 4 furnaces just running Tekken, which is going to be a lot. Let's pay off the loan. 131. What? Hello, IP type. 131129. We're debt free. Woohoo! It finally happened. Awesome. Boop and boop. Yay! Woohoo! We are a debt-free company, which is better than 90% of the companies in the real world. Got all the sets in the galaxy. Nice, very nice. I should probably be doing some more station upgrades actually, but I kind of stopped because I had the plan of doing this, make 1 bot a second, and then installed this planet mod so that I could figure it all out without having to type in basically into Excel everything. And I think it was on this one when I scrolled down and saw that I needed I needed 7 conveyor 4s of Tekken just for the assembly lines. and then I think we need like 10, or is it 7 the other side as well? Yeah, 6.5. So we need 14 Tekken rod lines of the fastest. Oh, actually I'm on the wrong belt there, so slightly less. So we need 7, 10, 11. Yeah. So yeah, so that's the plan. That's the plan. And all these gaps here used to have, I was building each and every component, going through. So we're doing there, and then we had some bots being made here, and some bots being made here, and I basically just thinned them out over time to move them down there. That's where all the bots are going to go, and the assembly lines are going to go that way. And then I consolidated most things, because I was doing stuff like making the conveyor belt Mark 1s, run them up the belt to make the Mark 2s, then run the belt to make the Mark 3s. And I went, let's just consolidate here. This does all the belt, all the bots, all the loaders, and assembler 3s as well, and throws them all in one box for me. So they're all here, and I can come in and just grab whatever I want to do whenever I need to grab it. Top up the thing. So nice and easy. With logic. With very ugly logic, but with logic, yeah, we've turned off the inputs depending. So this will never overflow. It will just always fill up with whatever number I set it to. So I like the logic. The logic data lines look horrendous, but I like the logic. I like that you don't need any converters or any converters. You don't need any you don't need half of these processor things or stuff like that to set up basic logic. You just plug one machine to another machine and program the machine. Simple as that. It's super easy. It really is super easy. Obviously, that's got one output to it, and then you just plug it into the top of a machine. Hold Alt and click, and just enable it based on a signal, and it reads the signal for the thing. So after that, you can see that data cable has all the information that's stored in here. So it was a lot easier than I expected it to be. I expected it to be complicated like Factorial's logic, but that was simple. That was very simple to do. I don't know of many places you're going to use logic in Foundry, because I can't think of any reason other than like making sure a storage only has a certain amount in it. I can't think of any other reason for doing things. Like that, I can't. There's no reason why you want to shut off part of your factory. Maybe you could have a logic thing turn off your factory if your power starts dropping. That forces it to make more fuel cells or something, so you don't have to worry about the fuel system failing. Like you could have it go, oh, if power's dropping, shut down the factory and only run like the ignium or whatever to. That's about the only real case I can think of. Need nuclear? Nuclear would be awesome. Nuclear, a modular nuclear building. So you put down this big blueprint, and then you well, you have the nuclear building, which you can put in whatever you want with nuclear things, and then you have cooling towers, and you output the cooling into the cooling towers, and they can all be modular buildings as well. And depending on how far you overclock your nuclear thing, depends on how much cooling you need, and if you get the cooling wrong, it should go kaboom. Yeah. Games designed with new economic path, if you want a maximum. Yeah. There is very little reason for logic that I can think of. It's nice to have. It's absolutely nice to have. You always want the option to have the logic to do things, so you can turn on and off stuff as and when you need to. But generally, you wouldn't really need to, especially with balancers. Because if you had like backup, so say I used that blast furnace to make the Tekken, then I had some smelters back up just in case something goes wrong. You just plug them into a balancer and have the balancer feed from this one first. So there's no real reason to use logic to do that. You could do that, I suppose. It's yeah, it's nice to have the option. Simple as that. But I think a more single more building is about the only reason I could think of doing it. So okay. Oh, I also want to put in these, don't I? Bloop and bloop like that. Oh yes, oh yes, I remember. They put the HV connector at the exact height the power poles are at, so you can't run power poles past it, and you can't daisy chain it, so you got to run the power poles around it and in from the sides, because they just hate you. They just hate you. That's what it is. That's all it is. That's all it's about. They just hate you. Oops. Right, let's put that there. Put that along here. Tree in the way. Even though the tree is not in the way. Doopy doopy doop. Bloop. Don't need that one there. Oops. Yeah, I could run power underneath it, although that's its own annoying thing that I have. But yeah, I hate the power line system in this game. I absolutely hate that they have hitboxes. It just yeah, I just absolutely hate it. So just oop. You get to there. You're going to get to that one, but that's fine. Yeah, I know. Every stream I moan about the hitboxes on them, but it's because they annoy me every stream. They annoy me every single time. Every single time. Stupidity like that. No, you cannot possibly run a power line past a tree, even though you're not touching the tree. Look, your power line, the power line itself is not touching the tree. No, you can't run it past the tree. Not allowed to. Nope. Yep. And where is it? Here it is. Doop. Let's see here. This one, that one. Oh, let's put you down there. And then I want to run this along the floor, for instance. Oh, look, I can't because the cable sags through the floor rather than being laid on the floor. That just annoys me. It just annoys me. It's so stupid. Satisfactory got rid of the hitboxes on their power cables because it was just stupid. So yeah. Telling me I should make tunnels. Yeah, but then I can't run the power cable directly up in the air because it would probably run into something in the floor, or I'd have to have holes in the floor, which is just not what I want. Yeah, it so annoys me that the cable sags down and then it goes, no, you can't build it here because it's running into something else. It's a cable. It can run on the floor. It can run along the floor. Why can't I put a cable along the floor? So it's just stupid. It's just utterly stupid. Yeah, you can technically run a cable directly up and down. You can put a power pole. Well, I can't put a power pole on top of a power pole. You can put a power pole on top of a power pole, and you can run the cable directly vertically. That's fine. It doesn't clip into itself there. But you can't run it along the ground because it runs into the thing. And this is going to be an absolutely prime example of this. Okay, Well, unless they've actually gone around it. So here we go. Ready? So I'd like to run a power cable through that giant clear gap that's next to the blast furnace. Oh look. Oh look, I can't do it. Even though there's a giant gap there next to the blast furnace, right here. Giant gap. Can't do it because it's a hitbox the way. Yep. Stupidity. Yeah, the power, if they just let the power cables go through buildings, it would be fine. It would be fine. Let them clip through stuff. And then it's up to you, the player, to make it look good if you want to make it look good. But it's just, yeah, it's one of those stupid things. So if you ever want to build an actual building and like put a building around a factory, you have to leave a 2 gap in a wall somewhere so you can run a power cable into the building every time. So okay, right, that's enough of that rant there. I've ranted enough. Now before I do these, I want to make sure this one is actually valid for power wise. It should be 4 vents should be enough to run one of these, so we should be fine for that. Because because you can run 2 air vents to 3 of these, can't you? So that'd be 1200. So 4, 8, 12. So yeah, so 4 vents will be enough to run one of these. And that also means that the back of this building isn't as big, so I can actually run stuff directly off the back of the building, which saves some space. Yay! Okay, I don't even know if I have enough construction material to finish these off. We should be fine. We're gonna get one blast furnace bursting. These blasted machines. So the power of 2, yeah. Maybe 2 running at 600% would be better than 3 running at 400%. Yeah. I'm making them, and I think we have enough. I've only got 1 machine making it, I think, which is it's 150 a go, but you done delivering? Or are we out of construction materials? Oop, where are we? Oh, we have none. Okay. Why do we have none? What has happened here? We've run out of steel. Did I break the steel? Did I break the steel? Did I break the steel? What have I done here? What have I done here? Why have you guys even got outputs? You should not have outputs here. That's the problem. That should be connected like this. Okay. you guys should not have outputs onto that belt. So the only reason this has been working is because we didn't have an interrupt in the xenoferrite, and then I guess we did at some point, and it's broken it. Okay, you should be running again. Yeah, because you get EDM on the outside. So yeah, so I guess when I was putting this in here, I got overzealous and put that in there. Yeah, the only reason this has actually been working previously is because you had not put any EDM on the belt. And then because we've been, I guess there was an interrupt. I guess we ran out of xenoferrite, and then it couldn't. Or you guys weren't running? You are running though. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so yeah. Right, okay, yeah. That's the only thing I think of. So the only reason it's been running so successfully is because it wasn't under heavy demand, and then as soon as it was under heavy demand, it cleared out something and broke. So okay. Okay. Yeah, right. Well, steel is back on the menu. Not that we have enough construction materials to do the things we're doing, but that's okay. We will get there. We will get there. We're not going to get this blast furnace done this episode, this stream. It is already 2:30 in the morning. So yeah. No, I'm very glad you did ask, because I wouldn't have noticed that. I wouldn't have noticed it. It would have been ages been like, why is it not being built anymore? Why what's going on here? What's happening? What's going on? Yeah, I guess the steel was broken. I also don't know why there isn't a recipe for liquid steel. Why there isn't a blast furnace that's doing liquid steel just seems strange to me. Because I don't know how many steel smelters do I need? Hold on, so I need 17 for the bots, and I need 74. I need 74 for the wow. 17 plus 74. We need 91. We need 91 advanced smelters making steel. So yeah, it's in the roadmap. It's just a bit weird that it's not like just it's not in the base game. It seems a strange thing that they would have left out. My next stream will be tomorrow. I stream every day. Every day, 11 PM UK time. Well, 11 PM Sunday to Thursday will be Foundry for the foreseeable future. I'm going to stick to playing this one game for that. On Fridays I do Final Fantasy 13. I'm playing through that. My favourite Final Fantasy. And on Saturdays I'm doing Elden Ring co-op playthrough, which is going better. Going better. It was really touch and go at one point, but yeah. Yeah, Sundays to Thursdays are Foundry. Yeah. Yeah. I know there's a mod that gives you molten steel. That's another look. I had to do that because of the power cable. Yeah, I know there's a mod that gives molten steel, but yeah, I don't really fancy doing 73 there. I don't know what the recipe would be for molten steel in that mod. I'm not opposed to that. I've got a couple of mods installed. Nothing dramatically game changing. Obviously, we have the over there again. We have the research queue down here, so we can just queue up research, because that really should be in the game. Just yeah. Oh yeah, binary efficiency. So these can be done infinitely, can't they? So that's what we're on now. We're just doing the infinite researches, and the queue will just carry on forever and ever and ever. What other mods do I have? Oh, I have the ground, the lawn care mod. So you can hold right click and pick the different types of ground. So you can actually put snow on the surface of the ground and not worry about it. Yeah. Then the planet mod, but that's not really a mod. That is a planet. So I think that's it. I think that's the only 3 mods I currently have installed. Not minding installing a few mods for quality of life features. I don't want anything that completely breaks the game, like the mod that makes the laser go 500 blocks and instant break stuff. That seems excessive. Oh, it's moving. Moving. This has still got to take a minute, yeah. Yeah, I could buy and sell things on the market. I haven't really done, other than when you first start, obviously you have to buy construction materials. I haven't really done anything since then. Our profits are actually a bit down at the moment, because obviously we're not, well, still stopped working, so we'll not be making any bots, but yeah. Right. Okay. So this is, yeah, that's going to be that's for the those machine parts. I forgot what they're called. We're moving the machine parts up because we're going to be making electronic components over there, directly opposite this. Seeds will come out, zoom across there, make the components, and the components will come back onto the belt. Onto the bus, I should say. Means I need to move a couple of these belts, because you're going to be well and truly in the way when it comes to the cost of the things there. Yeah. So ensuring you're not sure what your 100... Well, the magic number is 1 bot per second of every type of bot. So all 13 bots and all 5 assembly machine robots. 1 every second. That's the goal. That's the goal. 60 a minute, 1 every second. And then we'll start selling them on the market. Well, we'll start selling them as we make them. But realistically, I'm trying to build sort of this side of it first. But I wanted to figure out exactly how much I needed overall, because I didn't want to just build it to one specification and then find out I actually need more blast furnaces and don't have the space for them. So kind of need to strip it all back just to strip it all back to the smelters and start again. And I was going to go with smelters originally, but then I discovered I need, was it 480 smelters just doing Techem, or 380 smelters, whatever it was, like 400 and something smelters doing Techem if we carried on with this setup here. And we currently have 32, so we need 10 times that amount. And the throughput of ignium was ridiculous. It was something like 37 veins, 37 vein miners we'd have to tap. And I know where like 2 pieces of ignium are, Techem are at the moment. So, yeah. Would have been a little excessive. Okay. How we doing? Meh. I think we have to leave this one here and come back tomorrow and finish these off. See how it goes. That was an empty belt? Which one? Which one was the empty belt? Ignore that one because that's not connected to anything. Everything else is full. Everything else is good. Yeah, because that was the second line because we didn't have fast enough belts, remember? Yeah, I think, yeah, we need like 2 assembly lines for each robot. Is it 1.85? Hang on, if it's 1.85 a second, then that would be enough to do one, wouldn't it? Hold on. If it's 1.85 a second, have I done that the opposite way around? 60, 120, 120, 60. To make 60 a minute. Doesn't actually, this one obviously doesn't tell you, it just gives me the raw resources and things that I need to put into there, so. Yeah. I need to be making the torsos and stuff with the assemblers. Shipping the torsos into the assembly line, plugging the assembly line together. I'm doing it. 1.85. So I need one assembly line. So it's actually faster than. Okay, so it's faster than. If it's making, I've misread that. I thought this makes it takes 1.85. So I thought I needed 2 assembly lines per bot, but I don't. I need 1 assembly line per bot, and just everything producing enough behind it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Right. Right. Let us leave this one here because, yeah, 2:45 in the morning. And it's going to take ages for that to be done because I don't have the construction parts. So you have to let it get going. Yeah. Okie dokie. Yeah, not really going for market dominant trend, just to make the 1 per second of every different type of bot and then sell them all off wherever we go. What's my plan? My plan is to get this assembly thing, this blast furnace done, and then connect all the stuff to it. So we're producing just this on its own will start producing electric components for us. This will leave running the main line for the Tekken, and we'll just disconnect this and replace it with this. So I need to, this is our current project. Get this out. Once we've got one working proof of concept and it's all going, we can then just clone it. But I need to know which way round I need to face things. I need to know whether this works here, and yeah. So yeah, blast furnace for electronic components. Yeah, that's the plan. I'm not even going to put a sign down. I'm going to risk it on memory. Absolutely risk it on memory. Yeah. However, we are definitely in phase 2. So phase 1 is build factory. Phase 2 is and then phase 3 is profit. So we're definitely stuck in phase 2, and will be for many streams to come, I think. Might to increase the amount of construction parts we're making as well. That would probably help, wouldn't it? So yeah. Right. Okay. Yes. Like, in my defense, the lava smelter thing was done when I was asleep. I'm pretty sure I was asleep the last stream towards the end of it. Pretty sure I was asleep. So yeah. That's okay, Firehammer. I hope to see you again at some point. We'll always be here. Always here. Always watching. This is stream number 18 complete. Save. Woot. There we go. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Link you over to here. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. And we shall carry off there. Let me see who I can throw people over to. And there isn't. Nope, I can't. Okay, the only person playing Foundry is I'm invisible. Is I can't raid them, which is a bit annoying. Let's send you over to Raptor. Let's do that. Wow. Yep, it's Yawny time. It's definitely Yawny time. And let's see who we can send you over to on. Is Raptor live on Twitch as well? Don't think he is. I don't think he does. He does. He does multi-stream. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's send you both over to Raptor on both sides. There we go. We'll go and raid Raptor today. Okie dokie. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I do hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, have fun.